Welcome everybody to my kitchen. This is Darla Darling, the domestic diva, welcoming you to yet another edition of our show where I give you all kinds of tips and help, whether it be for cooking, crafts, or in today's case, kitchen beauty. Have you noticed, ladies, I am talking to you, although men, come on, how many of you really kind of try to dye your hair or do hair replacement? Anyway, we're talking to the ladies. Do you ever notice when your roots are beginning to get a little gray or your hair dull and you want a few highlights? Boxes of product that you can buy can be exorbitant. They could be expensive. Then there are some manufacturers that brag about, oh, well, just touch up your roots in 10 minutes. They give you kind of chintzy brushes. Still, you can't shampoo. Your hair becomes like straw. And if you try to put the solution too close to your scalp, oh my goodness, it makes like you lose your marbles according to the ammonia, the peroxide. And those boxes, the plastics, the formulas themselves are not friendly to our environment. Darla Darling has the solution. What we do is, what I am going to show you what to do is make your own solution to touch up your roots, get a few highlights, and be absolutely gorgeous. Not for anything, but Darla's not the worst looking chicken in the coop. But it's not about me. It is about all of us, ladies. So I need you to get a pencil, get a paper, start taking notes, and take a look around your kitchen. What we are preparing, the solution for your hair will be done in a blender. Simple, easy. You can use a mixer. And ladies, the old-fashioned girls, what you could do is get a wooden spoon to whip up some great dye. So, shall we begin? Into my blender, let us begin with the basics. Your hair needs to be strong. You don't want any breakage as you're touching up your hair. I have to touch up my roots, if the truth be told, and please don't tell anybody, every 2 weeks. Do I want my hair to break? No. Oh, before we start, gloves. You want to protect your manicure. You don't want to dye your fingers. So what you do is simply put on your plastic gloves. Now, let's start with a little bit of spinach. Leaf spinach, baby leaf spinach is best because you need tender spinach. Throw that into your blender. I'm using about maybe 5 leaves because the iron in spinach will keep your hair strong. What then I recommend, while we're at it, if you are what you eat, well then in that case, when you touch up your hair, you are as great as you look and feel. Carrots, ladies. Dice up some carrots. Add them, I'm going to use one of my spoons. Add the carrots to your blender, about 2 tablespoons of finely diced carrots. What will happen will be, you're going to see a whole lot better. Some celery, because we don't want fat hair, and some tomato. I don't know if you can see it, but there you go. Now, the tomato will add a little bit of acidity. It'll kind of accelerate your hair. There we go. Now, peas, anything in the green family, or in this case, pepper, which really you could use any, peppers. What you need to do if you want highlights is you want a rainbow of shimmering, glossy look. Now, we've already put in tomato. Let's go on the opposite side of the color wheel and add green pepper. Let's add some yellow corn. And you don't want to be dull. You want a little spice, a little bit of onion. Wonderful. Now, as I said, a tablespoon or 2 of each of these ingredients. You don't want overkill. I mean, you don't want more red in your hair than honey color, which reminds me, honey blondes. How about a warm brown? My hair actually was a chestnut brown when I was much, much younger. Hard to believe I've gotten any older, but still. The honey will enhance those rich, warm highlights. So I would say if you have a plastic squirt bottle, I don't know, old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, that's enough. Now, what we would need to do is an apple a day keeps the doctor away. Want to go to the hair doctor? I don't either. If I can't eat it or wear it, I don't want to buy it. No offense, doctors, but I don't feel like paying you. So, a little applesauce. I would say good, healthy scoops will keep your hair healthy. Now, what do they say? Too much red meat, not so good. Too much, well, too much protein meat, Seafood is the way to go. Now, I will admit that the scavengers at the bottom of the sea maybe have a little bit of cholesterol, but the nutritional value of crab dip, a nice warm crab dip, by the way, which I will give you the recipe another day, but think crab with a little bit of Alfredo sauce, your hair is going to gleam. Now, seems that we are losing, we've got the honey, we're warm, a few beats to enhance the red highlights. Again, I would use the shoestring beats because you will then get more, I would say more highlights out of slivered, all the sides around it beats than, a whole beat. So in you go.
I like that.
Now, okay, ladies, be honest. How many of you, when you were younger, thought, okay, I'm going to get a few highlights in my hair, make my hair shine with a little bit of a beer rinse, and then you finish the can? Well, here you go. Highlights. I'm telling you, Darla doesn't really like beer. Anyway, you want to kick your highlights up a notch? Well, Emerald, not to sound repetitive, but a little bit of salsa. Bam. Now, do you want your hair? I know you have the iron in your hair now, but a little bit more strength so that maybe those follicles really hang on to your skull. I would say a little milk, calcium. Can't go wrong with that. A few olives. Never hurt anybody. Few antioxidants for your hair. Not too many, just an itsy bitsy, teeny weeny little tiny handful. Blueberries. Now, do we want to keep ourselves, well, we want our insides to run as smoothly as our outsides. How a better way to do it than by our hair ingesting a little cranberry juice. And it's great for the highlights. Now, it's no secret that Darla Darling is Italian. How can you put anything together without garlic? 2, if you're superstitious, keep away some evil spirits, or to keep you healthy. If you use garlic in your hair dye, you will not catch a cold because they say the heat and cold affect your head first. Garlic, you've got a helmet going on. Nothing is going to hurt you. Now, we could use a little bit of lime because that is wonderful. Citrus products, along with the garlic, you most certainly won't catch a cold. A little bit of lemon. I sometimes use lemon juice. And ladies, again, let's be honest. When we were younger, we would rinse our hair with lemon juice and then sit out in the sun. And our mothers would say, what did you do to your hair? And you say, nothing. I was just sitting in the sun. A few highlights, lemon juice. I would use a half of a freshly cut lemon and just squeeze it in. What comes out, comes out. That's how it's meant to be.